Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Thunder Today YouTube channel. I am your host, Dylan Hibbard, and it is Friday, so this is our day where we like to do more fun topics. We'll get a week in the review, kind of go over this week and what happened. It was also Alex Caruso Day. We'll give Alex Caruso his segment. We'll talk about the Thunder's biggest fumble in the 2020s. It's been talked about over social media these past few days, and we'll get into it. But first off, we're going to talk about another extension and more contract stuff, as in Dort. Will Dort get a contract extension from the Thunder? And it's a big topic right now because obviously the Thunder just extended the big three. We're talking about first apron stuff, all the cap space things. And Dort is one of the two guys we talked about for next season, next off season, have team options. And Dort was one, and then obviously Hartenstein, that 28.5. Dort's the other one, and his is for about 19.5, nearly $20 million for the 27 season. So now the talks are about, but Dort just had his best season as a Thunder. He's starting to be able to shoot the ball well. He's still one of the best defenders in the world. He got an all defensive first team this season, and he's finally getting the recognition for it. Do the Thunder try and extend him, renegotiate a contract to maybe keep Dort on, and maybe they want to keep Lou? Or are the Thunder just stuck on the fact of, once this is Dort's last season, we're going to have to decline that team option, and we're just going to bring guys up like maybe a Barnheiser, your Mitchells, and all that you are continuing to draft, and that will continue to get better as guys like Dort will get inevitably older, even though Dort's still kind of in the prime. So you have to look at it from, are you on the side of you want to try to save as much money as possible so the Thunder aren't hit with the apron? Or are you on the side of, I don't mind paying Dort a bit, paying Dort, keeping him on, keeping the team chemistry, and having maybe that first or second apron hit, and then kind of have those penalties on the Thunder side? I'm not really, my thought was always Dort would be gone after this next season, just because you have Alex Caruso now, who his contract, his 4-year, $81 million contract kicks in, so he's going to be making $20 million a year. So, but you also have Wallace and these guys that are so young who are going to be on rookie deals. Wallace will be getting his extension as well. So, I mean, you have to think about that. Are you going to want to pay Dort and Wallace? So you're going to have to choose your poison. I feel like you would have to go the younger guy with more potential, more on the offensive side. Obviously not as big and maybe as good on the defensive side, but Wallace will continue to grow as a defender, which is crazy to say because he's already so good at it. But you have to think about these things, and I'm just interested to hear what you guys have to say. Are you on the side of you want to move Dort and save as much money, or do you think he's such a big part of this team that you wouldn't mind giving him the $20 million that you're giving Caruso already? So you're pretty much giving, you're having four years of giving two guys $20 million apiece, so $40 million just to two guys right there, and Caruso's getting older. So it's just something for the Thunder to think about. I'm kind of interested how you guys are thinking on and which side you guys are on the Dort stuff. But we'll transition into now the Thunder's negative side of things and the Thunder's biggest fumble of the 2020s. And this decade has kind of had a weird trajectory because obviously you start the 2020s with COVID, and that was when this was your first season without Westbrook and Paul George, a completely new Thunder team. You had a 21-year-old Shai Gilgeous. You had a Chris Paul, all these guys. You end up in the bubble, and you outplay for what people were thinking, because there's that famous graphic of the Thunder have the 0.1% chance to make the playoffs, and they end up making it as a 5 seed, but unfortunately lose to the Rockets in 7 in the bubble, with that infamous block on Dort by James Harden to win the game. But it started off like that, and then that's when the next offseason they traded Chris Paul, all these guys, and went into full rebuild mode in 21. And then they have their worst season. You get the 6th overall pick. You draft Josh Giddey. I don't think people are saying the biggest fumble is that, because Josh Giddey provided good value for while he was here. It was just the defense didn't work out, and I don't think Giddey was developing fast enough with how the team was getting good as quick, and I don't think Giddey was able to develop as quick as the other guys were, like J-Dub, to get this team to where it is now. But it is in the same draft. It was the 16th overall pick. The Thunder traded away Alperen Şengün in the 2021 draft to the Rockets for 2 more future first-round picks. So people are saying this is the biggest fumble because obviously now Şengün's an all-star on the Rockets, one of the cornerstones, that is going to be a reason why they are contending to be one of the teams that can take down the Thunder next year. And I think it is the biggest fumble because people also talk about the other biggest fumble was maybe an Ousmane Dieng, but that was fine because you already drafted Wallace, and people talk about how we traded away Derek Lively to the Mavericks and we got Wallace, and that might have been one. I think now people realize that wasn't as big of a deal now because Lively has dealt with injury problems. He's obviously going to be a good player for the Mavericks and a good lob threat and all that next to Kyrie and Cooper Flagg and all of that. But for the Thunder, I just feel like Wallace has turned into... I mean, he started in the finals, and I mean, you can't call that a fumble when you have a guy who was a sophomore starting in the finals. He plays amazing defense. He shot the heck out of the 3 ball. And, I mean, I think it is Şengün. I mean, I don't think it was a bad thing. I don't think Şengün would have turned out as good as he did. I mean, maybe he would have with the Thunder. Maybe he would have been better, but I think that would have been turned. If he would have turned out better, then we wouldn't end up with J-Dub and Chet and all these guys. So I'm just interested. A lot of people have said that that's the biggest Thunder fumble of the 2020s. I'm interested to hear if you guys think that's true, or if maybe you do think it was us not getting Lively right there instead of Wallace, or maybe it was drafting Ousmane Dieng, or maybe even Giddey. But let me know down below what you guys think. I'm interested to hear what you guys have on that. And then we'll transition into Alex Caruso Day in OKC. Caruso, obviously everybody's getting their day. We're ending up in July, and it was Alex Caruso Day yesterday. And obviously Caruso was probably the second most important player, maybe third, in this entire championship run, was with the Thunder G League team and Mark Dagnall. Obviously, everybody knows that now in the early days, and obviously went to Chicago and LA and all that and did so great. Now has come back with Dagnall, helped the Thunder win a championship, and provided some of the biggest moments and just games in general. Obviously, I think the biggest one that people will go back to throughout this finals run, or at least what I will think about, is the Game 7 defense against Nikola Jokic and slowing him down enough where the Thunder were able to just absolutely blow out the Nuggets and not even be a game. So I just think from what he did on the defensive side and what he's going to continue to do not only this year but for the rest, however long we keep him, he's just going to be that cornerstone guy, the guy who we all just love to, when he gets announced that he's coming in off the bench, everybody just loves hearing it because we know he's going to give 110%. He's going to get every steal go for every ball. And, I mean, we can't thank Caruso much more for what he helped the Thunder get to and helped the championship, because, honestly, if he was not on this team, we would not have won this championship, and I think everybody would agree on that side as well. So, happy Alex Caruso Day in OKC. And then we'll kind of just wrap up the video and the week in general. The week started out, Summer League ended up this weekend. The Thunder ended up losing in the semifinals to the Hornets, who eventually won the entire Summer League championship. Mitchell got announced for all Summer League second team, and he was right up there with all the guys. He averaged 20 in the Summer League and just looked like he proved himself that he's going to get high-quality minutes in the rotation this year. And then we've had some other news, like the Chris Paul getting moved back to the Clippers, so the Westbrook rumors start to sprill up. Those are still going strong, so we'll keep you guys updated on if any of the Westbrook news changes. And then, obviously, just a bunch of extension talks, just a bunch of fun days. Like, obviously, we talked about Alex Caruso Day. Hartenstein was yesterday, and just celebrating the Thunder throughout OKC and hopefully just being able to enjoy this championship as much as we can. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video this week. Let me know down below your opinions on all of this, on the Lou Dort stuff. Which side are you on the Lou Dort? What do you think the Thunder's biggest fumble is in the 2020s? What's your opinion on that? And just let me know down below. Hit the subscribe button down below, guys, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.